want to thank you again for being here. I also want to thank the sisters for being here today, and again, enjoying the concert with us. We really appreciate it. We're very blessed to have all of you, and I know we all feel that way. Let's give them a round of applause for sharing this concert. And again, I want to say, what a nice job, choir. We're not done with the choir. You get to hear them sing one more for our final number. We're really excited about that. So, and when we're done tonight, I want to ask for some help. I need to put all these chairs away. Otherwise, well, the kids will have to stand to eat lunch and they won't like me very well. So please help us with that and putting the cards back in the cafeteria when we're done. Your help will be greatly appreciated. Also, I'd like to take a second for all the St. Joseph's School band alumni that are in the room right now. Would you please stand up if you're a band alumni? Please stand up if you're waving to the folks if you're a band alumni. Look at all these wonderful alumni that are here. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us. Thank you. I'm sure it feels kind of different when you come back as an alumni listening to the band, but I can assure you that you'll be very happy with what you're about to hear. Do we have everything that we need back there? Everybody set? Okay, awesome. Okay, Abby Wolf's going to come up and tell us about our first song.
In his own words, Leroy Anderson described his compositions as concert music with pop quality. In that spirit, and armed with a mastery of orchestration and sense of humor, Mr. Anderson was particularly successful in writing descriptive pieces that borrowed sounds and rhythms from outside the musical world. He incorporated effects like the ticking of a clock, syncopated clock, the clicking of a typewriter, and the ringing of sleigh bells, sleigh ride, into melodies that have become American classics. Many of his compositions were introduced and popularized by Arthur Fielder in the Boston Pops Orchestra, with whom he had a long association as an arranger and occasional conductor. The Christmas Festival originally scored in 1952.
Okay, that's so much fun to conduct. That's just a blast. I wish you could be me and up on the podium. It's just a blast to do that. I feel like I'm conducting the Boston Pops when we do that. It's just amazing. So we're having lots of fun, and the next song is going to be introduced by, let's see, Tyler. Tyler's going to tell us about the next piece of music. Here you go, Tyler.
Imagine stepping back 100 years to a simpler time, a time when the big top dominated in the American amusement landscape. When the circus came to town, the school days ended early, local shops closed, and everyone proceeded to Main Street to watch the parade, a colossal congress of whimsical wagons, circus clowns, and amazing aerialists, enormous elephants, and a whole spectacle of perilous performers, ready to dazzle and delight. Soon the big top would be raised and the show would begin. There would be more to the circus than the tent with 3 rings and a stupendous act. There was the music.
Thank you, Tyler. And the name of that piece is Mad Dash. I have to tell you, a dear friend of mine by the name of Greg Sissel, some of you know him from St. Dominic, is a big march fiend. He loves marches. He couldn't be here. He has his own concert this evening. But if he were here, this would be the kind of song that he would really love to hear, because it's all about that march. And then on a personal note, I have a dear friend that I can't wait to introduce you to, Sister Gail Buckman, that is part of the music festival at Bishop DeBerg High School when we do that in February. And so we sort of have some motivation to play this really fast, not as fast as we'll do there today. But we're going to play really fast for them because it is a mad dash. So this is one we'll open up at Bishop DeBerg High School for the Instrumental Music Festival. Again, mad dash. I'm sweating. I think they got the idea from me drinking too much coffee or something to play that fast. That's as fast as we've ever played it, so you guys really made me nervous on that. Great job. We're going to continue with our program with another song, and we have, let's see, Mary Ellen is going to introduce this one. So here we go, Mary Ellen.
Our Our next song is Old English Carol, another version of What Child Is This? And this song will take you back to when Christmas all began. Mr. Johnson once asked us, why do we play music? Maggie Arnold said to express God's joy. I hope you feel it too as you hear What Child Is This?
We had a couple solos on that. We have Sarah and Jonah and Anya playing that beautiful saxophone part, and Abby back there playing. So let's give them a round of applause. That was very beautifully done.
On behalf of the band family, I'd like to present you this gift for your good work.
Thank you very much. You are very kind. I'm glad you didn't say bad work or crappy work or something. No, great. Thank you, Sarah. God bless you all. And the greatest gift I get is when your children walk in my classroom every day, and I really mean that. They're beautiful people, and this is a beautiful place to have your children, and I think you already all know that. So thank you for your generosity and all your help. And speaking of thank yous, we need to acknowledge a few of our parents that have done some really amazing work. So I'm going to ask you to come forward, and we need the folks who are going to pass out the flowers, because last time we, I don't think everybody took their flower home. We have trash bags for you because, you know, it's really cold outside, and so we don't want the flower to melt out there, or whatever, turn black. And I hope you don't have a cat at home. Okay, so Here we go again, and this time you have to come and get your flower and your card. Mrs. Barrett, would you please come up and let us acknowledge you for all of your hard work with the craft fair? Here we go again. A big flower. Thank you, husband. For so many years, we've been blessed by the support of Deerbirds for our craft fair. Countless donations and tireless effort by Miss Marnie Barger. So would you please come up and get your flower and let us thank you for all of your support over the years. And for her help with the fall craft fair, can we please acknowledge Mrs. Bergman? Would you please come forward? Mrs. Bergman. Thank you so much for all you do. And for helping out with the uniforms, can we please acknowledge Mrs. Damon? Mrs. Damon, where are you at? Mrs. Damon. Mrs. Damon. There she is. You should have had your husband come up for the flower. He would look really great holding it. Great. That'll look great in, at home next room or something. Okay, we also want to acknowledge Mr. and Mrs. David for all their hard work with the fall craft fair. Thank you so much. I want to thank my shopping partner at the Sam's, Mr. Hall. Where are you at? Come on, you get a flower and a card too. And again, we have trash bags to cover these, so please be sure you do that before you walk outside with it, or it'll just be black. There you go. Thank you. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate all your hard work. Also, I'd like to ask Mr. and Mrs. Hanson to come forward, or Rick or Patty, either one. Where's Patty? She's somewhere close. Oh, there she is. Come on up here. And we have a graduate sign. It is. It'll look really good by the tree. We also like to have my other shopping partner at Sam's, Mrs. Kemp. Would you please come up, Mrs. Kemp? Come on up. Now, you probably don't know this, but I actually had Angie's husband in band, and her sister-in-laws, and I think all the Kemp family, and so this is a storied relationship. So thank you for all you do for the fall craft fair. Make Michael carry the home. And of course, nothing happens without helpers behind the scene, and they're always behind the scene helping me, and just like they are today, and that is Mr. and Mrs. Koch. So would Mr. and Mrs. Koch please come down and get a flower? Oh, there's Mrs. Koch. And for her last Christmas concert, and again, thanks for years of taping up the floor and supervising that. Mrs. Cruz, would you please come forward, Mrs. Cruz? Thanks again for all those years of doing that for us. And for running the craft fair rentals and doing an outstanding job, Mr. and Mrs. Murphy. So we wanted you to come down and get a flower. Thank you again for everyone. No, yeah, well, they can carry it home. Thank you so much for everything you guys did. Thanks. Okay, and then attending her last Christmas concert, and she's been helpful in so many ways. Mrs. Revo, would you please come down? Thank you for all your hard work with the pie sale. Mrs. Revo, where are you at? There she is. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. For helping out with uniforms, can I get Mrs. Schnell to come down? Mrs. Schnell, where are you at? There she is. Come on down. Does it look great? Funny thing about the uniforms, I told these kids the other day that these uniforms are about 25 or 26 years old. And when I told them, I said there have been over 1,000 children that have worn these jackets. They looked at me with large eyes like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. but they've been cleaned, so. And also helping out with the uniform is Mrs. Suzik. So Mrs. Suzik, would you please come forward so we can acknowledge you? I found this card, this whole card, I think I'm just so you're really going to kick out of it when you open it. Yeah, it's funny. And I want to also acknowledge, it seems like whenever I need to bounce ideas off of someone or just have well, she's my partner in, here at school, and we're so blessed to have her here. She does an amazing job. Everything she lays her hands on, God's blessings are upon her. I'm so grateful that I get to work with her all the time. Can I have Miss Stewart come up? Miss Stewart? We have our own encore meetings in her room, just students. It's really good. We'll invite you sometime because you have to bring cookies. And then the guy behind there who records this for us every year is a fellow behind there. His name is Mr. Canning. Mr. Canning, would you peer your head out there and take one of those flowers from there? Don't you forget it. Annette is here, so Annette, come on and take a flower. So thank you, Annette, for letting me borrow your husband on Saturday, or Sunday, rather, a whole day. So thank you very much. God bless you, Annette. Thank you so much. And there's a nice, yes, you don't have a cat, do you? Oh, good. Don't take it over to your son's dog. And then finally, this program wouldn't be what it is without someone who helps tirelessly, does everything I ask him to do, and he's just a real blessing to us all here at St. Joseph's School, and we're so grateful to have him as a part of the school. And I just can't say thank you enough for everything he's helped me out this semester. Please help me to acknowledge Mr. Littman. Mr. Littman, would you please? And you can give that to your wife. And you don't have a cat though, right? No, good thing. Dog? You want a dog? We got a dog. I'll give you a dog. Okay, I also want to again be sure that I thank Monsignor. I know Monsignor had an appointment this afternoon. He was here earlier for the concert with the younger kids. And I'm sure when he walked in, Sister, he's probably going, "Oh my gosh, we need to build a bigger gym. Just need to build a bigger gym." Anyway, so we're very blessed to have Monsignor here. He does an amazing job as a steward here and a pastor here. So Monsignor, he's not here, but please thank him. Please thank him for supporting the school and everything that he does. So yes, let's give him a round of applause. Oh yes, thank you. See, my wife is so good about helping me out here. And by the way, would you please help me acknowledge my lovely wife? God bless you, Linda. Come on. I love this woman with all my heart. Believe you me, being a band director's wife is not the most easiest job you could ever have, let me tell you. And so you can tell from the notes. We'll have a quiz later at Applebee's. Anyway, I also want to remind students and parents about the band trip. Remember, we've got to get it's going to be going on real soon, and we're going to need to be sure everybody takes Protecting God's Children. So if you haven't taken that class, please do so. And then finally, I'd like to have my honor band students, the students that participated in honor band, please stand up so we can acknowledge you. So if you were in honor band, Tyler, that would be you. Kale, Dawn, yes. Yes, Chloe, you. Yes, Justin, wave your hand. All these folks standing, they represented us. Let's give them a big round of applause. We have one more song for you, and I hope you really enjoy it. It's going to be a blast. What? Oh, wait, guess what? The choir's taking their place. I have one more job for you, the audience. See, I have Emma over here. So I've got my wife there and Emma here, and I'm in good shape because between the two of them, I get this right. Okay, so Emma reminded me that we have this little contest. Now, I'm not going to tell you which one, but this year I decided that we should have a contest as to which Christmas tree is decorated the best, and I'll tell you why. So, those of you who like that Christmas tree better, think that's prettier, please clap. Those of you who think that Christmas tree is decorated better, please clap. That one wins. happens if the girls beat the boys. Sorry, guys. There will be a prize. I just don't know what it is yet. Maybe we can have lunch with Sister Ann Hyacinth or something. White Castle, sister? Have you had White Castle yet? Have you had White Castle yet? Well, maybe that's not quite the lunch we should have. Oh, by the way, just so you know, thank you, my wife reminded me one more time, all the ornaments on the tree, and I have many of them put away because they're glass. Over the years, we've broken a few, but the ornaments that are on the tree aren't, they represent an alumni. So I don't know which, these don't go back as far, but I have them back probably as far as 2001. So they represent students that have been a part of the band program. They've been part of the whole thing, the alumni, and they represent us in spirit. So, so for those of you who are alumni, your ornaments on the tree, and thank you again for being here. So we have one more song for you, and this is a treat. We're going to try this. We don't get to do this very often, but it's really fun when we do. I also want you to notice we have a young lady who's playing violin. This is the first time any student has ever played violin with the group. She's a very talented young lady and a very hard worker. And I knew she's also part of the St. Charles Community College Orchestra, correct? And we have another young lady that just auditioned and made that orchestra. I want to acknowledge her. Molly, would you raise your hand? And good. And we have another young lady that's also part of it, right? Are you in the orchestra too? Are you in the St. Charles, the SCC orchestra too? Yes, raise your hand. I want to acknowledge you too. So thank you. So this is our last song, and let's see who's introducing this one. Joe, come on up, Joe. Joe's going to introduce this one for us.
Our next number is It's the Holiday Season, arranged by Roger Emerson. This medley of Christmas songs is commonly performed as a sparkling finale by choirs and concert bands during the Christmas season. We hope you enjoy it today.
Let's see. Would the choir just hum or say something so we can make sure we hear you? We can move a little more gain, Mr. Cook? Got it. All right, awesome. I want to make sure we hear the choir. This is a sing-along. If you want to sing along, you may. So please be up this, kind of peek back a little bit. And here we go.